This is from an internet ad during the 90s.
Having the internet in our home has had a great impact on our lives. Rich keeps up with the stock market and our investments, and I'm able to pay the bills in half the time it used to take me.
Decades later, the internet can do that and more. We use the internet to shop online, check calories, make friends, announce the beginning and end of relationships, and even get married. All done in a few taps, swipes, and clicks. From the moment we wake up to when we go to sleep, our lives revolve around timelines and feeds. We even reached a point where an entire generation doesn't know life without the internet. The internet has become our lives. In a way, it knows us better than our family and friends. It knows your passwords, credit card information, where you live, where you work, who you are in a relationship with, and where you bought your anniversary gift. Even your deepest, darkest secrets. It has created a digital version of yourself based on the data and behavior you enter on websites, and big companies are making money from it. That's because we allow them to. The 90s ad warned us.
I'd like to add a word about safety, though. You have to remember the internet is not a regulated environment.
Many of us ignore warnings and continue giving websites personal information. And there are companies focused on collecting these personal data and making a profit from it. They are called data brokers. It's actually a big industry, $200 billion annually big. You might think that big tech companies like Google and Facebook are at the forefront of this industry. Well, you're wrong. As far as we know, they don't sell your data. Some big data brokers are companies you may or may not have heard of. So how do these data brokers collect information? 1. They use your web browsing history. Every time you search online, use social media, or fill out an online quiz, just about every time you use the internet, you leave electronic breadcrumbs. Information that data brokers collect and build up some sort of an avatar. They use a piece of software that extracts data from any website. Other sources of information are your public records, birth certificates, marriage licenses, voter information, court records, and other documents of similar nature. They also use your purchase history, what item you bought, the price, and whether or not you used a coupon or loyalty card. What kind of information do they collect? Your name, current and previous addresses, date of birth, gender, marital status, family status, including if you have children, how many and how old they are, social security number, education levels, assets, occupation, phone number, email addresses, buying habits, what you buy, when you buy it, and how much you got it for, personal interests and hobbies. They may also know your income levels, health status, politics, and if you have any criminal records. Data brokers organize this information to create groups, a process typically called user segmentation. It can range from first-time parents to impulse buyers. However, these data brokers may put your information in user segments considered private because they are able to see your search history. They have all your information. Now what? Data brokers sell your data to companies for several purposes. Marketing and advertising. These marketing data brokers come up with groups of individuals from the data collected that will be used for targeted advertising and marketing. Advertisers purchase these audiences and target them for ads. Fraud detection. Data broker companies offer this service mainly to banks and financial institutions. They collect your income information, financial records, loans, and tax records. This is to help banks decide whether they should grant applicants loans. This reduces the risk of giving loans to fraudsters. Risk mitigation. These brokers help companies to evaluate the level of risk. For example, you're applying for vehicle insurance. Information about your speeding tickets and accident records will be used to compute your premium. Your friend with a better score might pay for a lower premium than you, even if you're driving the same model. That is scary, but is it illegal? These data brokers often operate in full accordance with the law. Consent to share your personal data with third-party brokers is usually included as a checkbox you tick when registering on a site or presented as a tiny fine print when you fill out a form with your information to get a discount or a loyalty card. However, while most people are against the idea of companies selling their information, some voluntarily participate in programs by data brokers. For example, SurveySavvy. It's an online survey platform by a market research company based in San Diego, California. They ask individuals to take surveys in exchange for money. The more surveys you take, the more money you make. In theory, it's a win-win situation. They do have an opt-out page, but a request may result in closure of the account, therefore the inability to earn a few extra dollars. The EU has a data privacy and security law called the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR. It covers any organization that targets or collects consumer data within the European Union. The law states that consumers must explicitly give consent to data brokerage companies to collect and distribute their data. GDPR also allows consumers to ask organizations to delete any data about them in their records. In the US, there's no equivalent to the GDPR. Laws vary by state, and some states are more interested in data broking than others. How much is your data worth? The cost of your data depends on a variety of factors. For example, if you're a 30-year-old in a higher income bracket, your data will cost more than a retiree's. That's because certain demographics may spend more and are worth more to advertisers. A report says that a person's data costs approximately between 36 cents to $1.80. So if you want to buy a database with 10,000 records, it could cost you up to $18,000. How to protect your privacy. Manage app settings. Apps can collect personal information, even if just running in the background. Go through your phone settings and check the app permissions. You can also use a virtual private network or VPN that hides your IP address and encrypts your web traffic. You can connect to a VPN server in another country and keep your real location secret. We should value our privacy. We can start by thinking twice about what we share on social media. The platforms aim to bring people together, provide data brokers a lot of information they can sell. If you learned anything from this video, hit the like button and subscribe to Behind the Screens. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you join us again when we go behind the screens.